Hi, I'm Kelly from Kelly Jones Jewellery. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this ring. Today I have used gallery wire. I've been gifted a load of gallery wire from ZDP Findings and they've given me a discount code. So if you want to jump on over and help yourself, 12% off with Kelly12 as a coupon. Just adds that bit of interesting band if you wanted to add a band to your ring or bracelet. They do thick ones and thin ones and pointy ones, and I think they've got over 150 different ones. So if you want to jump on over to ZDP Findings with your discount code of Kelly12. If you don't want to have gallery wire and you just want to have a weave, I would suggest this one is about 4 wires deep. So do yourself a weave of 4 wires, and then where I folded this gallery wire over, fold your weave over so you've just got your outer wires still long. So you can replace your gallery wire with a weave if you don't want to do it that way, if you just want to have a little weave in there. So there's lots of options here for you today, and I'm going to show you a few ways of attaching the gallery wire in place. So let's get to it. And if you want to know different weaves that you could do, I've done a tutorial on just weaves. I'll put a link in the description below. Do what you want then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this beautiful bit of gallery wire to some base wires. So it's all about 10 centimeters long. And this is 0.8mm wire, which is 20 gauge. And I've got 4 lengths. I should put 2 above and 2 below. And you're going to need a bit of weaving wire, which is 0.315mm, which is 28 gauge. You can go up or down a step. You can do whatever you want with this because it's so versatile. So I'm going to use weaving wire, and I'm going to attach, and then I'm going to attach in the middle, and then again further up. So we're just strapping it all together. So I'm going to start with 3 wraps around the bottom wire. Go around the bottom 2. Now if your gallery wire has got holes in it, you can then go through the gaps. If not, you can jump straight up to and weave along the top, and then come down the back and weave around the bottom. So I'm going to go through the holes. So your holes are going to be in a different place than mine. So just weave and do whatever you want to attach the wires, to attach everything together really. I'm going to go through some of these gaps. I mean, you might even decide to get the same wire, the same gallery wire that I'm using. So I'm just popping it through the gaps. Come on. Looking at my wire, actually, my gallery wire is like little doggy faces. It's like little pug faces. Oh, how cute is that? So I've done a little weave, and I've gone through all the little holes and points, and then I went around one of the top wires. I went right around the top, and then I sort of copied what I did on the way back down, finished with 3 wraps around the bottom wire. So that's going to be my join weave with the 4 wires and the gallery wire. So I'm going to do that again here and here. So I've done a second join. Really, you can just do whatever you want. If you go around and you go through as many spaces as you can, and then do the same, copy it on the way back down the other side. Finish with a few wraps around the bottom wire to hold it together. I'm going to do one more join here. Right, I'm getting a bit tidier with it now. You just got to keep posting it through. Take every opportunity with the gaps to go around, and sometimes go between the bottom 2 wires, so it kind of traps it all in nicely. I'm going to cut off those ends. I'll show you another way of doing it as well. You then need to bend it around your mandrel, but you want to do it gently, really. I can't believe how much that looks like a pug. I can see little pug dogs in there. So I can't wrap it around because I don't want to spoil it. I'm going to cut it and I'll show you how I'm going to finish it. So we're just going to cut it, all of it. Shoot all the bits across the room and we're going to find them in a minute. All I'm going to do is take the ends of those wires, bend them over. You need to bring them completely over so they're flat against the weave, because you don't want any sharp bits catching. I'm going to bend these 2 over too. Oop. It's best to get your pliers all the way through and bend it all together if you can. And then we're just going to pull it around and flatten it down a bit so it's all nice and tight and flat. Do that with the other side too. So about there. Oh, that's a bit tough. Okay, and I'll bend that lot over. Bend it all over in one go. And then it'll all be in line. So then reshape it around your mandrel. Mine's come down a little bit, so I need to bend that back in. So we'll show you another way of wrapping it. So I've got some half round 20 gauge and I've got some round 20 gauge, so that's 0.8 millimetre. And we're going to do it with the 1 wire above and below, using the little pug gallery wire. So I'm going to start with, and I've cut my so that's 8 centimeters and this is like just 6 inches or something. So we start with wrapping a few times around one of your base wires. Position that above your gallery wire, and then you want your other base wire below, and we just wrap around the whole thing. Trying to keep the wires apart, my wires keep coming together, so try and keep it pretty straight. And I'm going to finish with wraps around the top wire. My gallery wire has got nice big gaps, so that's why I'm wrapping around the top, because I can get the wire between the gap there. So then you just need to cut that wire at both ends and flatten down the little cut ends And again, you need to do 3 joins like I did for the other one. So I'm wrapping around the top wire so that you don't have those open sharp bits at the back, because when you're making a ring you don't want the open, because you can just wrap it around and around and press it too, but you're going to have these sharp bits across the back. So I'm going to do another 2 joins like that one. So again, we've got it all finished off without any sharp bits, and you can do a bracelet as well if you want to with the bigger wire. So I'm just going to cut this off the way I did with the other one, bend the ends over and just make an adjustable ring the same as the other one. And then bend that around the mandrel too. That's so cute. That so looks like little dogs, it really does. She knows I'm talking about her. So you can make a band and we can extend the wires and add a design onto there and add a bead on there. So this is just the adjustable ones, but I'll show you, and we'll finish it off with a little bead as well if you like. So that's what I've got so far. So make one of these again. Again, if you don't have the gallery wire, you can just add a weave. Keep these wires long. If you make this, but have your base wires 9 inches instead of as short as it was for this. So we've got a nice length off the end of these, and I'll show you how to add a little design onto the end. 2 lengths of base wire, so that's 20 gauge, that's 0.8mm. Cut 2 lengths at 9 inches. Cut yourself some gallery wire, or do an extra weave of about 8 centimetres or however long you want the band to be. Holding it all centrally, so you've got the same amount of wire coming out each side of the gallery wire. Do your joins, so you have 3 joins on there. I'm going to actually, to make it a little bit tidier, I'm going to bend these over now. So I'm bending the end of the gallery wire over into like just a tight little bend, so we lose those sharp edges. And we attach as normal, and then when we come to the end in a bit, we can we're going to carry on the wires because we're going to join them, but I just want to finish that off there so it's a bit tidier. But I need to work out the actual length, don't I? So if I was going to do one this size, it would roughly need to be about this big. I'll go a little bit extra because rings always seem to come out small. I'm going to bend that end over now. And then I'm going to do my joins. So I've joined mine in 3 places. We've got the actual gallery wire is folded over on the edges and my outer wires remain long. So what we're going to do now is bend it around the mandrel to the side. And you need a gap in the middle for this little design I'm going to show you. Just bring all your wires together and you'll need a jump ring. If you've got a closed jump ring, that would be better. I think I've got a large one. Mine is 12mm with that one, but I've got a washer, so I'll use that instead. So you can use a jump ring, you can use a washer if you've got one, like a nice small one, or if you've got a soldered jump ring, and that's even better. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this down, and I want the wires to go out and the jump ring to come down like that. So we've got the band sort of coming together in the middle, sort of, and then we've got the ring and the wires come through the ring. So to attach, what I'm going to do is, and to hold this, I'm going to keep calling it a jump ring, to hold this jump ring in place, I'm going to bring the wires around pull them up so they're nice and snug. Around the tops there. These nails I'm doing alright so far. And we'll do that with all of them so that it's all held on and attached all the way around. So I've attached my wires. Then I'm going to attach a little bead. So my bead is 5mm, and I'm going to position that centrally with some half round wire, and then I'm just going to wrap the half round around the, sure that bead's got a bit of colour on it. Then I'm going to wrap that around the jump ring on both sides a few times. So I've attached my bead to the middle with a few wraps around each side, and I've got a little bit of wire left on each side. I'm going to leave that there for a minute. And now we're going to take, we've got 2 top wires and 2 bottom wires, so we're going to start on the top wires first, and we're going to scoop it around, and we want quite small scoops here, but if you imagine a cross, we're going to come down here and we're going to go out to the right. So we want to go over the little wrap where it's attached, come down as if we're coming down the top of that cross, and then we're going to scoop out to this side like this and come up here like that. I'm going to do the same with this one on this side. So we're going to come around. So we've gone over the top of the little wrap where it's attached, down the middle, if you imagine that cross shape, and then out to the side. In my mind, I imagine those scoops a lot smaller, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to do the same at this end. So we're going to scoop it around, find the central part, and then scoop it up. So that bead has got to stay in the middle. Do you know what I mean? So this scoop does need to be a little bit smaller. Match this one up so both wires come up there. We want to do the same on this side. So this one comes around. I've got an idea for some gallery wire earrings as well I'm going to have to share. I'm going to flatten that down a little bit. And then that comes out to the side. To match it up, this needs to be a little bit smaller. And the bead needs to be central. So I have a play around with those wires and get it all nice and square. I'm going to attach these wires down with this bit of half round that I've got here. So I've brought it around so the flat side is facing the wires. I've gone around the wires a couple of times and then I'm going to go underneath and up through the middle. This is ending up being a bit more complicated than I first thought. And then I'm going to go around this side. Like that. And then I'm going to take that wire around so it comes up the other side. And I'm tying down those wires on these sides so I don't have to join them, I'm tying them down. Do you know what I mean? Because I would normally join them to the ring, but I don't want to. So I'm going to wrap around this side, trying to keep the flat side against the wire all the time. So that's all tied down on that side, and I'm going to do the same at this side as well. So make sure the wires are all nice and symmetrical. Your beads in the middle, and then attach this side too. So I've attached that side too, finishing off wrapped with a single wrap around that inner wire there. Press down and cut off the next. Make sure your bead is nice and central. Oh, it is so dark in here. And we're going to bend these top wires down. Where's my round nose? Gone. Give yourself a bit of space. So we're going to bend them over the front. Bring them down together. Just straight down over the front. Take them out. I'm going to have to let go of that, aren't I? And you want them to scoop around so they come up here next to those shapes. Do you know what I mean? So this needs to be kept together at the top here, and then this needs to come around so it goes there like that. And then that can be bent back so these are more flat against the piece. Do you know what I mean? We We do that with the other side too. So grip it there, bend it straight over the front, bend it back a bit, and then take those wires out to the sides so they meet there and the heights are the same. And then we're going to join the wires here on the sides. So take your half round wire again, and we're just going to wrap around the two wires just to tie them all together there. Cut that at both. I cut a base wire earlier and I didn't notice that I'd done it, and I only nicked it a little bit, and then when you least expect it the wire just completely breaks off. So without telling you I have to go back and remake it. Where's my pliers gone? So I'm really scared I'm going to clip a base wire now when I'm clipping my wires, so do be ever so careful. Can't really get to that to tighten it. Right, and do this side too. So I've wrapped that side. I do recommend getting you some, go and grab yourself some of these nylon pliers if you haven't got any. They are so handy. They don't mark the wire. They're good for flattening down your weaves and just grabbing and flattening down a lot of it, to be honest. And for compressing your weaves too. And they're not much. Not like the Tronex tools, and you have to say, well, these ain't much. Mine are Prestige. I can't remember if these was like, there was around £10 I think. And then to finish off these wires, I'm going to take them around and down. You really can do whatever you want with these wires. I'm going to take mine around the ring. So then you want to really press it tightly around the band. And where the wires come up on the other side, you're just going to bend them over just a little bit and cut it. And then press that end around the band. I've really misshaped my ring, but I shall reshape it in a moment, and do the same with the other one. So when the shape's how you want it, bring it over just a little bit, cut it, press it. We'll do that with the other side. So we attached it the same on both sides. So we haven't got any sharp bits underneath, it's all nice and smooth. Because that's the last thing you want when you're wearing a ring, is it rubbing. I reshaped it on the mandrel because I flattened it a bit heavy-handed, and my nails survived. Is there anything else I can add? I really like how it's turned out. I think that little pug gallery wire is absolutely beautiful. So there we have it, finished. I've oxidised mine. If you'd like help oxidising yours, I've done videos on oxidising and aftercare. So I just need to talk to you a little bit about ZDP Findings, who are the guys who sent me the gallery wire. So thanks to those guys for sending me all this beautiful gallery wire. They've also given me a discount code. So let me show you some of the gallery wire that they've sent. It's beautiful. Oh, and there's a huge one as well. There's another huge one. But I really love this one with the little, they look like little dog faces on there. So cute. So all of the wire is bare copper, nickel and lead free. What else did he say? Hold on a minute. So they're copper, brass, silver. They do gold filled and 14 karat gold. They're on Etsy, eBay and Amazon. And if you use my coupon, it'll give you use Kelly12 as a coupon and you'll get 12% off. So if you fancy giving it a go, it really does oxidise nice. Like I say, because it's not coated. And it's lovely and soft to work with. When I was bending the ends over, I noticed how lovely and soft the copper was. And you can do so much with it as well. With the one with the points, I was thinking about wrapping a stone, a cabochon, and then bending the ends over to trap the stone in like prong setting. I'll just show you, I've got some more here. Oh, it's all very exciting. I won't keep it for much longer. And I thought those would make beautiful prongs that you could bend over the stone. So there's so many ideas of things you could do with all this gallery wire. So yes, ZDP Findings, Kelly12 will give you 12% off. Will give you 12% off store-wide. So everything in the shop, I think they've got over 150 different patterns. So it's worth having a mooch. So have fun. Anyway, yeah, really pleased with how this turned out. And I did oxidise the other ones as well, I'll show you. So that was the bigger one. With the 2 wires. And that was the one with the 1 wires and the single wraps. So yeah, oxidise is really nice. Thanks for watching. I hope I didn't cause too much confusion. And I hope I covered all the options, because you don't need to have to buy the gallery wire. You can do it with a weave around the middle and still achieve this design on the front. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now. Bye.